Back up! Back up! Back up!
On the morning of September 16th, what began as a routine welfare check in Fairfax County would quickly turn into a fatal confrontation. At approximately 10:17 a.m., an officer was dispatched to a residence in the 11,800 block of Sunrise Valley Drive in Reston after a mental health professional requested a welfare check on Sydney Wilson, a 33-year-old former women's basketball player who was reportedly in an agitated state. The request was not related to a crime, but rather concern for Wilson's safety and well-being. Police Officer First Class Peter Liu arrived alone and knocked on the door, attempting to make contact. Wilson briefly opened the door, then immediately slammed it shut.
Hi man, I'm Officer Liu.
For the next 2 minutes, the officer remained at the doorway, continuing to speak and attempting to calm the situation from outside without forcing entry or escalating the encounter. But when the door opened again, the situation changed instantly.
How are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, back up!
Oh,
No!
yeah! Oh, yeah!
Back up! Back up!
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Hey, man. I can ask you to do it. Please back up.
Oh, yeah!
Back up!
Oh, yeah.
Back up! Back up! Back up! 531 bubble.
Single one. Shots fired.
What is your location?
322, apartment 322, 11830, Sunrise Valley. Start medic, please. The suspect's down. I need medical too.
Units are out, step it up, and fire department is en route.
Wilson was holding a knife, and within seconds the welfare check turned into a life-or-death situation. She moved forward aggressively, slashing at the officer and striking him in the head. Even after being injured, the officer continued to step back, trying to create distance while giving repeated verbal commands in an effort to slow her advance and regain control. Unfortunately, his attempts to de-escalate the situation failed. As Wilson kept coming toward him with the knife and the threat to his life became immediate, the officer had no other choice but to protect himself. Officer Liu discharged his firearm, striking her 3 times in the upper body.
Are you okay?
I'm just lightheaded.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Do you have any other injuries?
I don't know.
I don't have any other gloves.
Moments later, backup officers arrived and immediately began providing medical aid while waiting for Fairfax County Fire and Rescue. Wilson was transported to a nearby hospital where she was later pronounced dead. Officer Liu was also taken to the hospital and treated for injuries that were not life-threatening. Later that day, during a press conference, the police chief stated that the officer had exhausted all available options and had tried to defuse the situation before using lethal force. Authorities described the incident as a tragic result of a mental health crisis rather than criminal intent, highlighting how quickly welfare checks can become dangerous and unpredictable for everyone involved. And it's not only welfare checks that can spiral out of control. Sometimes, even what should be a normal day at home can turn into something terrifying, even for a police officer off duty. You will see it happening in the following video. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button? We're on a mission to hit 500,000 subscribers, and when we do, 3 lucky fans will win a limited edition CreepyVids hoodie or shirt. Right now, 61.4% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos. So, don't miss out. Subscribe now, and let's get back to the video. A now viral video was posted by TikTok user at Sunwell, an off-duty police officer who claimed that something was terrorizing him in his backyard in South Carolina. According to him, large branches were being snapped like twigs, and in the video, you can clearly hear the fear in his voice as he tries to convince himself it couldn't possibly be a bear. Before he even hit record, Sunwell says he attempted to confront the thing, only for it to hurl massive tree limbs in his direction. Fearing for his safety, he backed away and began filming. This is what he captured.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here, and the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is, because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm gonna bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down.
Shortly after the video went live, viewers began dissecting the footage, frame by frame, trying to uncover what Sunwell might have missed. And it didn't take long. By slowing the video down and adjusting the brightness, someone spotted something truly strange lurking in the background, something Sunwell himself hadn't noticed while filming. Theories exploded across social media. Some claimed it was just dead tree limbs. Others swore it looked like a cloaked figure, possibly even an alien presence. And while it might have a rational explanation, it's difficult to explain away the shape, the movement, and the timing of what was captured. Even more curious is what happened afterward. After the video went viral, Sunwell suddenly stopped responding to questions about the incident altogether, and later, he even deleted the footage. Some viewers began to wonder if he was advised not to speak because of his connection to law enforcement, or if there were reasons the video was taken down that the public was never meant to know. Of course, there's no confirmation of this, but the silence itself only deepened the mystery, fueling speculation that something was being kept from the outside world. So what do you think? Just broken branches caught in the wind, or something else entirely? As always, that's up to you to decide. And after watching that footage, I'm even more curious to hear what you think about this next one. I can assure you, this takes things to a whole new level of craziness. On September 27, 2022, deputies from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office in Florida became involved in an extremely disturbing case. They were searching for 27-year-old Brandon Lee Owner, who at that time was suspected of abducting his 1-year-old son. What makes this case so shocking is not only the abduction itself, but the way Brandon deliberately put his own child in danger during the confrontation with police.
Put the baby down!
Put the kid down!
Get on the ground now! No! Get on the ground now!
That afternoon, Brandon returned to a home in Palm Coast, where his son and the child's mother were present. When his girlfriend ordered a pizza and a neighbor arrived home around the same time, Brandon suddenly panicked. The exact reason for this reaction was never clarified. What is clear, however, is that his behavior escalated rapidly. While holding his son in his arms, he frantically searched through his car. The child's mother repeatedly begged him to hand over the baby, but Brandon refused. The situation completely unraveled when Brandon got into the car. A brief struggle followed, but he managed to drive away with the child sitting on his lap. The mother immediately called 911, reporting not only the abduction, but also that Brandon may have been carrying a firearm. Shortly afterward, police located his vehicle, a gold Nissan Altima, traveling along Belterre Parkway. Brandon attempted to evade traffic, but ultimately stopped in the parking lot of a McDonald's. What followed became some of the most confronting police footage ever recorded in Florida.
Show me your hands, dude! Put the baby down! Put the kid down! Put the kid down! Give us the air. Put the kid down, dude! Put the kid down!
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now!
They go deployed dog dick under the truck. Stop, dude! I have a Tango deployment. We're fighting with him right now. I have the kid.
On the ground! On the ground!
I don't have nothing! No! Are you kidding me? Are you guys kidding me?
No, hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Your hands behind your back! You're gonna get tased! Put your hands behind your back! There you go.
Hold on, search it.
Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back!
Get one arm first.
Hands behind your back! Get your hands behind your back! Get your hands behind your back now! Get your hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! You're gonna get it again! Hands behind your back! You're gonna get it again!
Stop. You don't need more, no. There you go. All right, ready?
You're gonna get it again! Put your hand behind your back! Come out with that arm. You're gonna get it again!
Can somebody get leg control?
You need to stop! No! We're trying to help you!
No, you're not. Please!
Stop moving, man.
Stop, no!
What'd you take, man?
No!
Hey, what'd you take? What'd you take? Please.
Stop!
What'd you take?
Stop! I didn't have a gun, stop.
No, we're asking what kind of drugs you had.
No, you said I had a gun, stop.
No, we're asking what kind of drugs you're taking.
No, please.
Okay.
Please. Please don't, sir. Come on, man. Please. My son.
He's good. He's good. Kid's 10-4. He's good.
I was like, Dad went for a run. Some of my friends went for a run with him.
No injuries on him?
No, nothing.
Are you hurting anywhere? Yeah, Dad went that way.
Get the gun away from me, man.
There's no gun around you.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
I can see it. Stop.
That's a radio.
Stop holding me down,
We have
please.
to hold you down. You're not compliant.
No. Okay, we'll flip you on my stomach.
We have an ambulance coming. You need to calm down.
You got those extra gloves?
No. Stop. Can you guys please stop?
Dude, we're trying to treat your leg.
We're trying to help you.
He was taking the tasers pretty good.
Stop.
Brandon,
No.
I need you to talk to me for a second.
No.
We're gonna sit you up,
No.
okay?
Now let's see if we can sit him up.
No.
This way. Roll towards me.
No.
Stop, guys! Stop!
You're about to throw your head back and hit the curb. Sit up.
Stop!
Drag him. This way.
Stop.
Get him away from her.
Oh,
Stop!
Dorsey, get on. Hold on.
Stop!
Dorsey, get on the side.
Stop!
Grab this
I
arm.
didn't do nothing, man. Stop!
Dorsey.
Please!
All right.
Please stop!
1, 2, 3, go.
Please stop! 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 Are you kidding me? Stop, guys! Stop!
Are you gonna relax?
Please! Please don't shoot me!
Brandon.
Please don't shoot!
Brandon, look at me.
No!
I need you to
Stop.
relax, partner.
No! Stop!
You guys ready?
No!
Is he going head on that side?
No!
Yes, head here.
Stop!
Ready?
Ah! No, stop!
Someone got the feet?
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Watch your head.
Brandon refused to comply with commands and used his own baby as a shield while officers shouted for him to put the child down. Eventually, police were able to safely remove the baby from his arms. Only then did they intervene with force to take Brandon into custody. He violently resisted, was tased multiple times, and sustained injuries before finally being subdued. Emergency responders transported Brandon to Advent Health Palm Coast. There, he continued to display erratic and unstable behavior. Officers suspected he was under the influence of drugs, though this was never officially confirmed. During later questioning, the truth about the firearm emerged. Brandon had thrown the gun from the vehicle into a roadside drainage ditch during the chase. The weapon was recovered, loaded with 1 round in the chamber. After receiving medical treatment, Brandon was transferred to the Flagler County Inmate Facility. He was charged with kidnapping, child neglect, fleeing law enforcement, resisting with violence, and reckless driving. The child was unharmed, but the case remains a chilling and rare example of how far someone can go, even when the life of their own child is at stake. But if you thought that video was disturbing, take a look at this next one. A security officer experienced something truly terrifying while walking through a school. This footage was captured by a school caretaker during his night shift rounds. The building was supposed to be empty, quiet, still. But as he moved through the hallways, he began to hear something. A low sound at first, then clearer, like movement, footsteps, and something else he couldn't quite place. He paused, listening. Then, without wasting another moment, he pulled out his phone and began to record, just in case he wasn't alone. Did you spot it? Right after a noise makes him turn, a shadowy figure darts out of view. It's fast, easy to miss, but unmistakably there. And when he rushes forward, not even a second later, nothing, no footsteps, no sound, no trace of what was just there. So what was it? A trick of the light? Or something that didn't want to be seen? There's something deeply unsettling about finding something in a hallway that simply shouldn't be there. And in the next video, these officers encountered exactly that. Newly released body camera footage shows 2 deputies from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department entering an area already devastated by wildfire. Many of the homes surrounding the location had already burned to the ground, leaving behind charred structures, thick smoke, and an overwhelming sense of destruction. What was once a neighborhood had been reduced to ashes. Somewhere in the middle of this chaos was a 100-year-old woman suffering from dementia, a condition that affects memory and orientation. As the wildfire spread, she had fled the flames in fear and sought shelter inside an abandoned building within the town. But because of her condition, she became disoriented. She could not remember how she entered the building, and more importantly, she could not find a way back out. As the fire continued to close in, the situation became increasingly terrifying. The surrounding area offered no safe escape routes, and time was running out. Bodycam footage captures the urgency of the moment as deputies searched through the damaged structure, knowing that delay could be fatal.
Sir, copy that, so I'll give you a call right now.
Oh my gosh. Sheriff's Department, anybody inside? You gotta evacuate. Hello?
Hello? Where you at?
Where are you?
Hello? Where are you? Oh, hi. Okay, perfect. Is there anyone else with you?
No, I've been trying to find a way out.
Let's get you out of here.
Let's get you out.
Where
Okay.
do I go? But don't lose me.
I promise I
No, we
won't.
won't lose you. Don't worry.
Eventually, they found the elderly woman, confused, frightened, and trapped as the wildfire advanced around her. Despite the dangerous conditions, the deputies guided her out of the building and away from the flames. Thanks to their actions, she was rescued just in time. In a place where so many homes had already been lost, these officers were able to save a life. Police officers see a lot in their line of work, but what this officer experienced is something most will never face in their entire career. This unsettling footage was captured by a security camera inside the Marriott Stellaris Condado in Puerto Rico. A female security guard was doing her usual night rounds, calmly walking through the hallways of the hotel. Everything seemed normal until she reached one particular corridor, and what happened there left even her completely stunned. Take a look. Out of nowhere, she's violently pulled backward by her ponytail. Shocked, she immediately spins around, but there's no one there. You can clearly see the panic on her face as she tries to understand what just happened, but there's nothing. No movement, no shadow, no presence. Later that night, she reviews the footage, and what she sees only makes things worse. There really was no one behind her. So, how do you explain this? Was it a trick of the mind? Or could it be that something truly paranormal is haunting the Marriott Stellaris Condado? You decide. But you thought that was scary? Then have a look at this next terrifying video.
That's up. Drop that fucking head.
In Orlando, a mother called 911, not to report a crime, but to ask for help. Her son had been diagnosed with schizophrenia and had recently stopped taking his medication. As a condition of his release, he was required to stay on that medication, but he didn't, and as a result, a warrant had been issued for failing to appear in court.
Okay, so my son, he's been diagnosed as a schizophrenic.
Okay. Where's your son at right now?
He's at the house.
Okay.
And he also has a warrant out for him because he didn't show up for court because he didn't take his medicine,
Okay.
which was a conditional release, which was a condition of his release.
Okay.
The manic episodes are starting again.
According to his mother, the manic episodes had started again. He was behaving erratically and was still at the house when deputies were dispatched. What began as a welfare check quickly turned into something far more serious when officers learned that the man had access to a knife, one he had reportedly taken earlier that morning.
Is there any weapons in his hand?
Or is there a knife or something?
He has a knife.
He has a knife? See, I think he took it from him, this morning.
That's cut-proof, technically. Okay. When you open that door, don't have to close it. When you open that door, don't have to close it. Close it. Knock it in.
TJ, it's the sheriff's office. Come on out and talk to us, buddy.
Got no trouble.
TJ, we just want to talk to you.
You swamp spots with him.
When deputies arrived, they attempted to make contact, repeatedly calling out to him and asking him to come outside and talk. For them, it was a rapidly evolving situation involving a mentally unstable individual who might be armed. For the family, it was a desperate attempt to get help before things spiraled further out of control. And then, within moments, everything changed.
TJ, can you come out and talk to us?
That's up. Drop that fucking knife.
Police later stated they had no other option. Others questioned whether this was a mental health crisis mishandled, a cry for help that ended in tragedy. What remained afterward was a shattered family, a divided community, and a lingering question that still hangs over the case. Could this have ended differently? Tell me what you think in the comments down below, but I'm also curious what you think of this next disturbing video.
The deliberate attempt to contact the spirit of a deceased person is known as a seance. But I have a skill you might like.
What the fuck?
Wanna try it? Chee-hee! 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 Chee-hee!
What makes this case especially unsettling is who was behind the camera. This footage wasn't recorded during an investigation or on duty. It was captured by a police officer in his free time. 2 days before this video was recorded, he invited some friends over to his home. One of them brought an Ouija board. He had heard of it before, but had never been interested, as he didn't believe in it. His friends insisted on trying it just once, saying it was only a game, so they went ahead with it. But what followed no longer felt like a game at all. In the days that followed, strange things began to happen.
The deliberate attempt to contact the spirit of a deceased person is known as a seance. But I have a skill you might like.
What the fuck?
Wanna try it? Chee-hee! 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 Chee-hee!
Hello? Oh my god!
Loud bangs could be heard coming from the basement downstairs. Even the dog seemed to sense that something was wrong. When footsteps were heard without anyone being seen, chills ran through his body. Still, he wasn't someone who backed down easily. Because of his job, he had learned to stay calm and investigate, and that's exactly what he did. He eventually retreated to his room with his dog, unsure of what might happen next, listening as the sounds continued elsewhere in the house. final moments of the video are deeply unsettling. It becomes difficult to tell exactly what is happening as the footage suddenly cuts off, leaving only a lamp swinging back and forth in the darkness. And that's where the video ends. So what do you think this was? A poltergeist activity inside his home, possibly triggered by playing with an Ouija board, or an elaborate hoax? The answer is left up to you. You thought this was disturbing? Then wait until you see the next video. On the afternoon of May 7th, 2023, what began as a standard traffic stop on Savannah Highway would take a sudden and deadly turn. Deputy Evan Cubbage, from the Charleston County Sheriff's Office, had pulled over a vehicle for a routine violation.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, man. Deputy Cubbage, Charleston County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over, alright, is your improper lane use. You're all over the road, back and forth, back and forth.
My car's running lights, so I was trying to find a place to pull over.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you have your registration and insurance?
The body cam footage starts off uneventfully. The deputy asks for identification, requests insurance documents, and keeps the conversation polite and professional. But something about the situation doesn't sit right, and Deputy Cubbage calls for backup, just in case. Deputy Alexander Hodgage soon arrives on the scene, and as the two officers work together to gather more information, Deputy Cubbage turns to the passenger to make a simple request.
Hey, I'm hit, he's down! I'm hit!
In an instant, that routine interaction becomes life-threatening. The passenger opens fire. 3 shots. Chaos erupts. Cubbage goes down, wounded. The shooter is neutralized seconds later.
Lay down on the ground now! Lay the down now! Real shit. Oh, right leg. Right leg? Yeah. Seems secure. Starting EMS, 106 and 6 twice.
As Cubbage tries to assess the extent of his injuries, Deputy Hodge moves quickly, securing the scene, checking on the female driver, and calling for immediate backup and medical assistance. The passenger was pronounced dead at the scene. He was later identified as 28-year-old James Pierce. Deputy Cubbage survived, but not without serious injury. He was rushed to the hospital with 3 gunshot wounds and was later released in stable condition. What makes this clip so disturbing is how fast everything falls apart. From a calm conversation on the roadside to a gunfight in the span of seconds. Pretty disturbing, right? Well, just wait until you hear the next story. This particular video comes from a group of people driving through Paraguay quickly caught viewers' attention. Not just for how strange it is, but for what was captured on camera. Let's take a look. As you can see here, it appears that the police are chasing something, but not a typical suspect. How should I describe it? Something unnatural. According to the officer involved, he was dispatched to respond to what was believed to be a burglary in progress. But when he arrived at the scene, he realized this was no ordinary criminal. Instead, he saw what he described as an animal, a bipedal creature that seemed aggressive and ready to attack him. In self-defense, he fired his weapon. The officer later stated that it was unlike anything he had ever encountered in his life. The creature, he said, could climb flat surfaces with ease, something no normal animal should be capable of. He admitted that the sight of it would stay with him forever, and the officer wasn't alone. The people in the car who filmed this video shared the same reaction. They quickly sent the footage to Nightmare Fuel, where it soon spread across TikTok, sparking intense debate. Viewers speculated wildly about what they were seeing. Some believed it was a demon. Others suggested it might be a werewolf. or perhaps even a creature known as the Dog Man. What do you think it was? Let me know in the comments below. Unfortunately, we might never know the truth, and the same can be said about the following video, a clip that has been circulating on the internet for the past few years and has been causing quite a stir. Police were called to a hotel in Beaver Creek, Ohio, after staff reported that a woman was causing a disturbance. At first, the responding officers had no idea who this person really was. It turned out to be Irene Barrett, a Disney voice actress best known for playing Pocahontas. As officers tried to calm the situation, things quickly escalated. What no one realized at the time was that one officer may have captured something truly unsettling on his body cam.
Yeah, you're gonna find me in your thing right now.
Why would I do that?
Because I am a 53-year-old Native American woman who has had enough. My relationship with cops. Okay, and
Where are you gonna go? See, here's the problem. Now you're gonna go to jail.
I'm staying away from you.
No, you're gonna go to jail is where you're gonna go.
I know. It's what I'm doing is staying away from you.
Come over here just so we can actually talk. I don't want you to have to go to jail.
Well, what do you expect?
I want you to sit down.
No, I've been doing this.
Sit down.
I am 53 years old.
Then you're old enough to know that.
I
Sit
know.
down.
Before the officer even noticed, his camera appears to record what looks like a shadowy figure. Some believe that Irene's bizarre behavior that night may have been influenced by something supernatural, as if some unseen force had affected her at the hotel.
Does this work?
I don't know what that is.
It's your cell phone.
I don't know what that is.
Stop.
I don't know what that is.
Stop!
No!
Stop. You have to stop. Stop now. Stop right now.
You're doing it again. No, stop. Please, 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 please. Please stop.
Just put your hands behind your back.
Please stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Now. I don't want to have to hurt you, okay? I really don't. Okay. Put your hands behind your back.
Can I just stop you from doing this to me again?
At the time, the officer didn't see anything unusual with his own eyes. But when the footage was reviewed later, you can clearly see a shadowy form rising from the floor and then fading into the wall on the left. It's a chilling moment. What do you think could explain this strange sight? As usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And also, let me know your thoughts about this last disturbing video. Newly released police body camera footage captures a moment that quickly leaves viewers unsettled. An officer responds to multiple calls reporting strange sounds coming from a wooded area late at night. At first, the situation is treated as a possible prank or an animal disturbance, but the tension in the footage suggests that something doesn't feel right. As the officer moves closer to the tree line, he requests backup and animal control, fully aware that he has no idea what might be hiding in the darkness. Loud screams can be heard coming from deep within the forest, sounds that do not resemble any animal he can identify.
I'm gonna need backup. We got some kind of unknown creature. Or someone's playing pranks. I get paid enough for this shit. Call a sergeant in. You know what? I don't get paid enough for this shit. You guys need to call animal control. I deal with people. Come out! Yeah, you guys need to call animal control. I don't get paid enough for this.
The sounds reported by callers are never clearly identified, and nothing is fully revealed on camera. The footage ends without answers, leaving viewers with more questions than explanations. Was it wildlife, a large animal, or something else entirely? Authorities never confirmed what was encountered that night. What remains is the footage itself. A chilling reminder that not every call officers respond to has a clear or logical explanation, especially when it comes from deep within the woods. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.